Yeah, big weekend for our program. I think our league is so competitive. Just to get through the regular season, you look at, I think 6 of the 7 teams are ranked in the top 20. So we would have loved to have home ice, but we had to sit back and watch it. And obviously, we had to go on the road and playing a really good team, a well-coached team in Notre Dame. And I think that first game to lose it in the way we did, I thought we played really well. And after the game, we talked to the guys. If we play like that, confident we'll win the series. We just got to stay with it. And in the second game, we were down 1-0, came back and ended up winning. And then same thing. I thought Notre Dame was really good in the third game, as we expected. You're trying to end a team season, a really good team, and our guys is a little bit bend, don't break, and that's what this time of year is about. And so guys are excited. They're today's an off day. We had a whole bunch of guys come into the rink and still working on their game and excited about going to Minnesota.
You said a big moment for the program, and obviously it's pretty clear what. It's a big moment for the program, and obviously it's pretty clear why in terms of what was accomplished. I'm wondering just what you felt like in those closing seconds when after the empty netter went in, and you kind of knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, I just was happy for the guys. I think everyone, fans and everyone gets to watch them on the weekend. We watch them during the week, and we ask a lot of our guys. And in order to be great, it's not easy. And I don't think there's a secret recipe. There's a lot of sweat that needs to happen, and in a smart way. It's not just put them on the goal line and skate them, but practice hard and lift hard. And throughout the year, I've talked about this. Our guys have gotten stronger. That's really hard to do. Usually during a college season, teams are looking to maintain. We're looking to build. And I think that's really important in development. So to see the guys do everything we're asking, and then get rewarded, that's a great feeling as a coach, because I have a ton of respect for the guys when we ask a lot of them, and they give us a lot.
And knowing how well you played Friday, but the season was on the line going into Saturday, what was kind of the message to the team heading into that? What could have been a final game?
Yeah, it was. We talked right after. It was real brief. I just said after the game, guys, we play like that, we'll win the series. We just got to stay with it and have confidence in playing our way. And I think that's always been our approach since day one, is just the next day, the next shift. And I think that becomes really valuable down the stretch here, because there's some things that are going to happen that especially in hockey, I think the goalie's a little bit of a wild card, right? They can run into a hot goalie, and Notre Dame's such a well-coached team, defend hard, so it's not easy to create offense against them. But we just needed to stay with it and have confidence in our game.
Adam, nobody's beat Minnesota in back-to-back games this year. Do you think the single elimination format maybe benefits you guys just in one game?
Yeah, I think obviously they're the class of our league, and it's a really good league, and Jamie mentioned how many, the point differential from them from first to second's a huge deal. So yeah, no doubt, and I think for us, our focus is going to be on us and go out there. I can tell you we're going to go out there and play our best. We're going to play hard. We're going to play team hockey, and we're excited about the opportunity.
So you mentioned just focusing on you and your best. This is a team that, I saw you play a lot of good teams and outplay good teams. This was one team that you didn't really outplay. I think they outscored you 25-6. And so when you go up against that sort of challenge, and your guys know what sort of challenge it is, and it is one game, like do you start to think outside the box even as a coach for ideas you haven't used in the previous games? Or what sort of goes into a one-shot opportunity like this when you sort of know what you're up against? Yeah,
there's a little bit of that for sure. We're going to look at all areas. We want to make sure we go there and put our best foot forward. I also think you've got to look at games, and there's stretches where I thought we played really good against them, and so we got to find a way to do that for 60 minutes. And they're a team that, with the skill they have up front, they don't need many chances to make it pay, and they have some guys that can really finish. And then on the back end, I think those 3 defensemen that they can play in the NHL right now. So it's not easy to create against them, but when you look at, again, some of those stretches we had, we got to build off of those and look at those moments. I think this is what we did well, and this is us.
And we're not used to covering a second round around here, because it hasn't happened in such a while. But this weekend and where you are isn't that big a surprise to you. This was the expectation, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think our expectation is just on a daily basis, like for our guys, like we wanted to come and put the team first. We wanted to work and compete, and expect to be coached and held accountable, and that really is our expectation on a daily basis. I really think the results will take care of themselves, and so far they have for us. I think it's been a good step for our program, and I think we still have a lot of room, and I think our guys understand that. And I think I'm a big believer in humility too, and certainly we're not a team that thinks we've arrived. We want to keep building, and our guys have really grasped that. That's why, like right now, there's 18 guys at the rink right now shooting pucks, working out, doing it. So for a coach, that's exciting to see that they still have that chip on their shoulder.
I'm going to ask you about Nico a little bit in his year, and obviously you've got a number of veteran players who took huge jumps in this one season. He, as much as anybody, can you kind of detail his, like, where you saw this might be possible and sort of the early conversations with him in terms of his
Yeah, I mean, he's had an unbelievable year. You talk about zero maintenance. I mean, and that's what we're really looking for. We want zero maintenance players that are high performers, and Nico's one of those guys. And I think early on, actually, my mother-in-law at the first exhibition game said to me, he's going to be really good, and he had pretty good eye for talent. So, but you could tell right off the bat he was smart, you know, and he was competitive, you know. And I think, you know, probably for him coming from overseas, it's not easy, you know, when you come from Europe to come into college hockey, and the college game's a little bit more chaotic than the European game, so it probably took him some time. But he's a great example for our young guys, great example for when we have recruits around of what it means to be a Spartan. It is zero maintenance. It is put your head down and work, appreciate everything you get, and it's great to see a guy that does it the right way every day get rewarded.
Adam, I wanted to go back to the fact that you mentioned that it is the day off and there are still 18 guys that you say are still at the rink. You're trying to build a family culture here at Michigan State. So how does that speak to that, but also their desire to, you know, want to win and make the program better?
Yeah, no, I think it's huge, and I think I've said it before. I think when we swept Notre Dame at home, I think it was the first time since 2006. I was doing the press conference, and I could hear weights banging up top, and there was 15 guys in there. The only guys that weren't were the seniors because they were celebrating with their family. So, and that's not something we're asking the guys to do. They're doing it on their own, and I think in order for us to get to where we're going to get to, it's going to take a lot of work, you know. And you know, I'm thankful for the space that we have now and the donors to create that space where the guys really enjoy being at the rink, you know, and they have every resource they need to be the player they want to be, for us to be the team we want to be, and it's great to see you guys taking advantage of it.
I know you said you haven't arrived, but you're so even keeled. You don't smile much after, you don't pump your fist. Did you have a moment last night where you and your staff felt like I know you haven't arrived, but we've really done something here?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were excited for sure, you know. Like, I think that, you know, in the coach's room after or whatever, got excited. And I think I probably get it from my dad. My dad's pretty even keeled. And, you know, I'm more too, I think the guys are the ones doing all the work, you know what I mean? And I'm more excited for them. And because change isn't easy too, you know, and so you get a new coach come in and asking different things. Some guys are playing more, some guys are playing less. But the buy-in's been awesome, you know. So for us, we're more, our staff is more excited for the guys than anything else.
This, obviously, the NCAA tournament is something that would mean a great deal. But I wondered also, like, winning a series, not in the Big Ten, something that hadn't been done, doing on the road, having this team, no matter what happens now, have something that will sort of be theirs. How significant was that in terms of how you felt for them?
Yeah, big time. I mean, we've talked about it a lot. This is about laying a foundation, and we want a rock solid foundation, one that can sustain this program for a long time. And so for these guys to see results, you know, I think we can talk about working and doing all this, but obviously results matter, and you know, effort and everything is really important, and that's the key ingredient. But you want to see guys get rewarded. So for the seniors, you know, for them to have their fingerprints on laying the foundation of how we want this to look. I know they're really excited about it, and we're not done. You know, we want to keep playing hockey, and we got an opportunity this weekend to extend our season, but those guys should be really proud.
When you talk about seniors who've had different roles, how much embrace is it, like, satisfaction do they see now with this? I know you just kind of mentioned it, but how much can they grow and leave their imprint on this program?
Yeah, no, I think that's, you know, one of the things we talk about after the series, you know, is being selfless. That's number one for our program, and putting others first. And it's not about you, it's not about one guy, it's not about your pro status. That stuff will take care of itself. And yeah, I think for those guys, that's, you know, that's something they can bring with them. You know, obviously we're here to coach hockey, but I think you're trying to develop young men and their next steps in life. And you know, I think someday they're going to be a dad, and that's one of the things, keys to being a great dad is being selfless and putting others first. So we're excited about the guys, and they've done a great job with it.
Coach, with the challenges you guys have had all year, and especially now winning your first playoff series in over 10 years, and especially seeing Minnesota earlier in the season, can you talk about through all the resiliency and adversity you guys have gone through that will prepare you for this weekend against Minnesota?
Yeah, a lot of valuable lessons we've learned throughout the year, you know, and I think, you know, you look at some of the games that didn't go our way, you know, I think there's still opportunity. I know there's opportunity to grow, and if you look at it the right way. And, you know, we've taken the stance with our guys, like, we respect all opponents, but we fear no one. And a ton of respect for Minnesota, but, you know, we're going out on the road, we're going to go play our best hockey. Good? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you.